after so much obedience, I was like, Lord, this is ghetto. So I was fresh out of college and I had such high hopes for an executive position. Picture it, corner office, pay raise, salary, 401k. I was ready for the high life. Child, the only opportunity that I had for employment was at a call center. After months of job searching and coming to no avail, I just said, enough is enough. I am tired of being broke. I have goals. I decided to bite the bullet and apply for the job. And at the time, I knew what my assignment was. I knew what I was called there to do. I was set in it. So that was going to be my attitude going in, and that was going to be the attitude that I tried to maintain coming out. I showed up every day with the expectation of making somebody's day. I would pray over the classrooms, I would leave gifts, I would leave encouraging messages, and I made sure that everybody got a hug before we started the day. Now this was before COVID, this was before the pandemic. I made sure that everybody had a hug so that we could start our day off right and end it well. Even Juliet. Now, the first couple of times, she definitely met me with a hard five, a hard high five. Keep your distance. She already knew COVID, but COVID's not here yet, but I'm prepared. She hard five. Over time, my coworkers and I began to develop a very strong bond. We were like a family. Even Juliet said she had never seen a group of individuals quite like us in all of her classes, and I really thank God for even that perspective of knowing that all of us are different, and anything that we can do to create a positive atmosphere can go a long way. And so I was very excited to hear that, and I'll never forget the day that Juliet actually accepted my hug. And not only did she accept it, but she hugged me back, fam. She hugged me back. Oh, because I kept giving love to her, love was the way that she finally decided to respond. And on her last day as my instructor, she said, I love you. So anybody who's used to being affectionate, to showing love to people, you won't get it. But for somebody who has had their heart broken, their expectations broken, they don't want to love anymore, they don't want to, put themselves out there to be hurt anymore, and so they begin to close their heart out to affection. For somebody who was once that way to come out and tell me, I love you. If I was not sent there for anything else, I know for a fact that I was sent there for her. And you can call me naive, but one thing that you can never doubt and never question is the power of love. No matter how many disappointments you have faced, no matter how many people have broken your expectations and have broken your heart, you can never lose when you decide to love. Hear me and hear me clearly. It is love that will always soften a stony heart. So don't think loving people even when they hurt you is a bad thing. No, pray for those people, because it is a privilege to know what real love feels like. And not just to feel it, but to be able to exemplify it and to give it and to keep giving it. It is a privilege to be able to do that. So keep loving, and I promise you, you will get a return back on every love investment that you've made. Oof. I'm not gonna preach. Ooh, that was good to me. Let's get back to this story before I lose y'all. But as time went on, God began sharing with me there was a time coming that soon enough I would have to resign. And in those days, my relationship with God, it was still growing, it was still developing. I could hear him and then I couldn't hear him. I would hit and then I would miss. And so I was just like, you saying that it may be time for me to leave this job, but who knows if that's your voice I'm really hearing. And I started working past the deadline. I woke up one morning and I felt so unsettled. It felt like something deep inside of me was disturbed, and I could not put my finger on it because I had not felt anything like that before. In all of my unctions and all of my knowings and all of me hearing the voice of God, and out of all the times that I have felt my emotions. I had never felt anything like that before. So I pushed past it, I persevered, I got ready for work, I went to work. When I tell y'all it did not get any better, I got to work, I logged in, I did everything I needed to do. I was getting ready to take a call, and y'all, I think I took maybe 3 calls tops, maybe even 2, and I lost it. And till this day, I still don't know what it was, but I lost it. I had a whole episode at work. I just began weeping, breaking down into tears, crying, and I could not explain it. I didn't feel overwhelmed. I didn't feel anxious. I don't even think I felt depressed. I just started weeping because something inside of me was just, it did not feel right. My supervisor, you know, she consoled me and she sat me down. Nita, mind you, she didn't even know that the Lord was telling me that it was time for me to transition into something else. She said, you know, maybe the Lord is trying to tell you something. Maybe you finished your season here. She didn't say that because I was a bad employee. I was actually a great employee. And so when she said that, I was like, you know what? Fine. And just like that, 2 weeks went by, and guess what? Unemployed. No salary, no 401k, nothing. I was out on my own. After so much obedience, I was like, Lord, this is ghetto. This is so ghetto. And as I was just sitting, I was suffering mentally. I was suffering. I was panicking. Like, Lord, I know what you said, but why am I still suffering? Let me tell it. I could have been suffering on the job. If anything, that season revealed how faithless I was. I was obedient, but I ain't have no faith. I didn't trust God. No job opportunities were coming up that God literally began to pull out of me what he placed on the inside of me. What he placed inside of me was gifts and talents. The Source, available on Amazon, link in the description. It was only in that season of isolation that I was going to be able to figure that out. And it was after the leap that God sent me to where I needed to be next. And you're going to have to figure that out in part 2. So stick around, and I am going to share with you guys how God told me to quit my job twice. I'll catch y'all later. Bye. Girl, I know, right? I'm out here making these videos trying to make God's name great, and they are just not buying it. Oh, hey, how y'all doing? We just talking about how much we love y'all. Make sure you hit that subscribe button real quick and a little notification bell on the side just to let you know whenever I'm posting, because honey, as you can see, I be posting, but y'all don't be seeing, and we need to fix that, okay? And last but not least, like this video simply because you love me, and like always, I'll catch y'all later. Bye.